People think I just got out of jail and was like, just because I got shot on the East Coast, I'm like, fuck the East Coast.
Yeah.
No, half the rappers from the East Coast was there when I got shot. Nobody knew a thing. That's just like you come into the hood and the police ask them what happened, and everybody's like, I don't know. You know they lying. And all I was doing was like, give me my proper etiquette. If Biggie was out here on the West Coast, he was in the studio with me and we homeboys, and he got shot, no, I wouldn't tell him who did it, but I wouldn't go ride on niggas who did it, but he wanted to know who did it. And I'd be like, look, man, these niggas from Watts did it. Woom, this is why. They want to talk to you. When. That's how I do it. Just like when the niggas from the 60s wanted to get a trench. I went to them personally and talked to them. I do it by the rules of etiquette. So I got shot. I'm like, yo, what happened? Come see me in jail. Biggie all in the air, talking about, yeah, Parker's my homeboy, Woom, but not seeing me. My homeboy Stretch is going to Biggie's concerts. Niggas is like abandoning me. But all in the air and on TV, they like, yeah, Pac, rest, keep the struggle on. I was like, yo, I'm starting to turn into like Slick Rick. Niggas is just gonna act like I'm gonna just be in jail.
What's up, y'all? This your boy, Cashmere Matic with the Hopes and Sons production. This one we gonna talk about the night at Quad Studios that changed everything for Tupac. And I'm about to share the real story that you won't find in any documentary. The Quad Studio incident is a pivotal moment in history. A night that would forever alter the trajectory of Tupac's life in the East Coast-West Coast rivalry. This event has been shrouded in mysteries with many questions still unanswered. The significance of that night cannot be overstated, as it marked a turning point in a feud between Tupac and the notorious B.I.G. Tupac's rise to fame was mediocre at some points, but he had hits at the beginning of his career with Britain's Got a Baby and Thug Life. It put him to stardom. His music was raw, honest, and unapologetic. Resonated with young people in a generation where we felt delusional with the system. As Tupac's star continued to rise, so the tensions between the East Coast and West Coast rivalry. Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. was escalating with both coasts trading barbs and insults. The East Coast-West Coast rivalry was more than just a hip-hop feud, it was a cultural phenomenon, which East Coast represented a distinctive style, sound, and attitude. Tupac, as the face of West Coast, was determined to protect his turf and his people. His music reflected his songs with like Hit 'Em Up and To Live and Die in LA became anthems for the West Coast. The tension between two coasts was running high, and it was only a matter of time before things escalated. The stage was set for confrontation, and Quad Studio was a perfect storm. Tupac was in New York recording at Quad when he was ambushed by a group of men. The details of that night are still disputed, but one thing is for certain is Tupac was shot, and his life would never be the same. The incident marked a turning point in the East Coast-West Coast rivalry, with tensions boiling over to violence. Tupac arrived in Quad, ready to put in that work. He was met by a group of men allegedly affiliated with the Notorious B.I.G. and the Bad Boy Records crew. Things escalated quickly, with Tupac being robbed and shot. The incident sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community, with many left wondering what really happened. The police investigation that followed was botched, with many questions left unanswered. Tupac was left to pick up the pieces, his body and mind scarred by the ordeal. He became increasingly paranoid, surrounded by security and unsure who to trust. Fun fact, the cop that was at the night of when Tupac was arrested for the S assault case, it's the same cop that was at his shooting scene, crime scene. The shooting had a profound impact on his music with songs like I Ain't Mad at You, Against All Odds, pointing out certain people like Jimmy Henchman and Haitian Jack. Tupac was forever changed by this incident. He became a symbol of resilience, a testament to the human spirit, ability to overcome adversity. His music uplift a reminder of the power of hip-hop to transcend borders and boundaries. Many have speculated that it was something to do with B.I.G. Some even said that Suge Knight crossed certain people. Tupac's story is really crazy, and it's nothing about There's tragedy and triumph and hardship and hope. How can it be that all at the same time, right? News reports from the time provide a glimpse into the aftermath of the shooting, with many left wondering what really happened. It was a major news story with the hip-hop community in shock. First-hand accounts, those who knew him, more personal perspective on the incident, with many describing the impact it had on their life. Theories about it, who's responsible for it, pointing fingers at Notorious Big, Suge Knight. The truth, much like Tupac's fears, remain elusive. Some believe it was a setup. The incident marked a turning point in the East Coast-West Coast rivalry over Tupac and Biggie. The legacy of the Quad Studio incident continues to be felt, with many still speculating about what really happened that night. The truth, much like Tupac's spirit, is always going to be just in a cloud of mystery. If you want to learn more about this incident, put your comments down below. I think that Tupac had got a couple people involved in a situation where he was in a club in Nails, I think it was called Neil's. He was seeing that young girl over there on the dance floor. The young girl got on the dance floor, gave him fellatio, and then next thing you know, she was obsessed with Tupac, going back to the room, what have you. You got not Jimmy Henson, you got Haitian Jack in the room, Tupac bodyguard, and a whole bunch of other people. You know what I'm saying? They was all in there. One day, Tupac wasn't having it. She came to the hotel looking for him. She come, giving him a massage. She wake up screaming the R word. He didn't want nothing to do with her. He kicked her out the hotel, made his bodyguard take her back home. He go downstairs in the lobby and get arrested. You know? Pac was framed. He always been framed. You know? That word is major. I feel like sometimes you just can't help the things that goes around you, because it's like the company you keep, you feel me? And it was like they wanted to get Tupac back for all that bull crap, you know, from shooting them off-duty police officers, you know. He was going through a lot of trouble and a lot of problems then, you know, fighting Hughes brothers and just a whole bunch of problems, man. And I think they really wanted to rob Pac, the Supreme Team, aka McGriff, aka, and then my homie over there, Jimmy Henchman. I think the plan was to rob Pac. Pac wasn't having it. I heard the situation. Pac didn't get shot 5 times. I wasn't there, but according to a lot of people talking back then, and still now, it's kind of fizzling out, that Tupac shot himself in the testicles. That was the first shot that ever went off. You know, people got paranoid and they started letting off on Pac. Everybody that was around him, including Big Stretch, which was his homeboy, everybody turned around and hit the ground, you know? And he ain't like that. And that's what fueled it. That's what became Machiavelli, man, you know? Rest in peace to the GOAT, man. Tupac, bro. You the GOAT, bro, for real. If y'all have any more things with me to talk about, let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. Like always, man, no stress, no mess. Hip-hop is my first love. I'm going to keep rocking hip-hop to the day I D-I-E. It's your boy Cash Matters from Hopes and Sons. Peace.